This is K2 News at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. Right now we're taking a live look at downtown Portland on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, or early evening rather, where the mountain is in full visibility as we have more beautiful warm weather heading into the work week. Thank you so much for joining us for this digital edition of K2 News. I'm Barry Mangold. We're going to start with the weather. We have Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Allison Gutleber in for us. Plenty of warm weather to talk about, and also 2 nights of aurora borealis. Will there be a third chance?
Oh, I have all the details. It's going to be at the end of the forecast because we want to talk about how beautiful it is outside. It is beautiful just for Mother's Day. We have a lot of sunshine. Temperatures are sitting in the 80s, so we're a bit cooler than we were yesterday. Northwesterly winds 9 miles per hour, and also happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I want to talk about the temperatures across the area. So we're in the 80s, 82 in Baker City, 80 in LeGrand, 86 in Pendleton. We're in the 80s here in Portland. We're much cooler as we get over towards the coast, so 60 over in Tillamook and 55 in Newport. Let's talk about how cool it's been since yesterday at this time. So 10 degrees cooler in Portland, 9 degrees cooler in Vancouver, and we're just around the same over close to Pendleton and the East LeGrand, right at the same as it was yesterday. Highs today made it to the 80s, so 80 degrees here in Portland, 89 over in Beaverton, 90 in Sherwood, 85 in Estacada. So we're seeing that the highs are still pretty warm, and we should see more warm conditions as we get towards the middle of the week, but the next couple of days we cool down just a bit more. Also, let's talk about what's happening outside because it is dry, beautiful, lots of sunny skies, and that's going to continue as we go into the next couple of days as well. We could see a bit more cloud cover as we go into the evening. Early tomorrow morning, this is a look around 1:30 a.m. Some cloud cover in Portland, also along the coast, even down towards Eugene. A bit more cloud cover as we start out the day. This is around 8:30 in the morning. Getting towards the afternoon, the clouds are going to be a little bit around, so mix of sun and clouds for your Monday. As we get into Tuesday, more of that sunshine, mostly sunny skies, and then Wednesday is another sunny and warm day. We're talking temperatures back in the 80s. So we have much cooler air to start out the work week. You see a lot of these blues. Then we have this ridge moving in. Upper level ridge is going to bring us those warm conditions back into play on Wednesday and even on Thursday. So 71, about 10 degrees cooler today than yesterday, and then tomorrow than today, and then 77 on Tuesday. We're in the 80s on Wednesday. Really warm again. Let's talk about tonight because we're dropping down to the 40s. Around 49. It's going to be a cooler night, also clear skies. And another thing is we could see the northern lights again. So if you looked out last night, you might have saw some of it. This is a look over in Cannon Beach. This was from last night, or early this morning, I should say. So it didn't look exactly like it might have looked on Friday, but some people did see some of the aurora. Also, I will say I got a little bit on my camera, but nothing with the naked eye. The big thing is if you're using your camera, you're most likely going to see more colors than you would just with your eye. I want to talk about the update though. So you could see these red lines. These are what we saw on Friday. So the KP levels were around 9. Then yesterday, last night, going into early this morning, I should say, we were in this orange zone. So that was around like a 6 and a 7. And then we did drop down, and now we're in these green zones. But if you look, we're right now at 4, which is a little bit better than we were several hours ago. So it's looking good. The forecast is saying that we could see those levels continue to get up closer to 7 or maybe 8 tonight. So we'll have to keep watching that out. But the best time is going to be after sunset. So when the sky is pretty dark and going into 1 a.m. So that's the best time that you're going to see any of those northern lights. Let's talk about the 7-day forecast. Back in the 70s for tomorrow, much cooler, but still above average. We're in the 70s on Tuesday, mostly sunny skies. And then we see that warm up once again on Wednesday, 83 degrees, still sitting in the upper 70s for Thursday. Lots of sunshine and dry, which I'm excited about. Saturday, there is a chance for a sprinkle, but it's still far out. We'll have to watch mostly sunny and then sunshine on Sunday. Yeah, definitely a tricky thing with the northern lights. Yes. Trying to just not seeing anything, taking a picture with your phone, all of a sudden you see a little bit of the show. You know, pictures are better than nothing. Yeah. All right, Allison, thanks so much. And for the first time since 2021, the Portland Timbers have lost to their Pacific Northwest rivals, the Seattle Sounders. The Timbers hosted Seattle in Providence Park today, and the Sounders came out on top with the score 2-1.
Very unfortunate for all of the mothers who attended on this Mother's Day. KATU Sports Director Tyree Smith was there today, and he will have highlights coming up tonight on KATU News at 11. But despite the loss to their rivals, the Timbers also debuted their uniforms with a new and beloved Oregon brand. Today, Tillamook became the new front of jersey sponsor in a multi-year deal. A longtime partner of the club, the Timbers have represented Tillamook around the stadium since 2014 through activations like the Cheddar Baby Loaf and availability at concessions throughout the stadium. And unfortunately, Portland sports did not have an easy day today. After a lackluster season, finishing 21-61, plus trading away Damian Lillard, the Portland Trailblazers found themselves back in the NBA draft lottery. Going in, the Blazers had a 13.2% chance to land the #1 pick. Scoot Henderson was there to represent the Blazers as the picks were revealed. You can see there the Blazers ended up with the 7th and 14th overall picks. The Atlanta Hawks landed the coveted #1 pick, which is a first for that franchise. In case you're wondering, Portland has missed the NBA playoffs the last 3 seasons.
Well, hello, Oregon. It's Dolly. And I am so excited to announce that Oregon is officially expanding my Imagination Library statewide.
And discovering the joy of reading for free. All kids in Oregon will now get to take advantage of Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. The legendary country singer announced today that she is partnering with the state to expand the program in all 36 counties. Each month, her foundation helps pay for 2 million free books to send to kids under 5 nationwide. Oregon Governor Tina Kotek says the initiative is thanks to a bill lawmakers passed last year. It put aside $1.7 million in taxpayer money to help each county pay a small portion for those books. The Dolly Parton Foundation covers the rest of the cost. Parents wanting to sign their kids up can go to the Imagination Library website. And the planned demolition to remove a portion of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland has been rescheduled due to weather. It is now slated to take place Monday evening around high tide. Crews were expected Sunday to use small explosives to break apart a massive steel truss still resting on the top of the cargo ship Dolly, which is an effort to ultimately refloat the vessel and create a wider channel for shipping traffic. According to the U.S. Coast Guard, the sections that crews hope to remove is estimated to be weighing between 8 to 12 million pounds and is about 500 feet long. The federal corruption trial of U.S. Senator Robert Menendez begins tomorrow in Manhattan. The New Jersey Democrat is facing 16 criminal counts, including charges of bribery, fraud, and extortion. He will stand trial alongside 2 New Jersey businessmen who are accused of giving Menendez and his wife more than $500 million in bribes like cash, a luxury car, and bars of gold. In return, the senator allegedly used his power and influence to help the businessman and as well as the governments of Egypt and Qatar. Menendez maintains his innocence and refuses to resign. And the first man to receive a genetically modified pig kidney transplant has died nearly 2 months after the procedure. According to Massachusetts General Hospital, where Richard Slayman had the operation, there was no indication linking his death to the transplant. The 62-year-old had been suffering from the ending stages of a kidney disease before going under the knife. His family says he agreed to the procedure to provide hope for the thousands of people who are in need of an organ transplant. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians fleeing the Gaza city of Rafah this weekend as the Israeli military continues its offensive to eliminate Hamas. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel plans to move forward with a full ground invasion, despite President Joe Biden threatening to withhold military support over concerns for the 1.4 million civilians currently packed into the city. Secretary of State Antony Blinken on Meet the Press today warns that civilian casualties in Rafah will only embolden resurging militants.
We've seen in areas that Israel has cleared, in the north, even in Khan Yunis, Hamas coming back. So the trajectory right now is that going into to Rafah, even to deal with these remaining battalions, especially in the absence of a plan for civilians, risks doing terrible harm to civilians and not solving the problem, a problem that both of us want to solve, which is making sure Hamas cannot again govern Gaza.
Meanwhile, Egypt says that it will formally join South Africa's International Court of Justice case, accusing Israel of committing genocide in Gaza, which Israel rejects. Congressman Michael McCall is pushing back against President Biden's threat to halt weapons to Israel. Speaking on ABC Today, the Foreign Affairs Committee chair says Israel is close to defeating Hamas.
This is the last point, the last step in the completion of their military objective. And for us to step in and say, no, you can't go into Rafah and finish the job, I think it's tantamount to an arms embargo.
McCall is part of a growing chorus of Republican lawmakers criticizing Biden's weapon halt threat. Congressman Corey Mills going as far as to renew pushes for the president's impeachment. Meanwhile, Senator Bernie Sanders supports the move, claiming it follows the will of Americans.
Poll after poll suggests that the American people want an immediate ceasefire. They want massive humanitarian aid to get in. The people of our country do not want to be complicit in the starvation of hundreds of thousands of children.
Within the Democratic caucus, support for Biden's handling of Gaza is split, with Democratic Senator John Fetterman growing more vocal in favor of Israel's military operation. And that's all our news for right now. Thank you so much for watching this digital edition of KATU News. We're going to be back on the air tonight at 11, and we'll see you then. Have a great rest of your Sunday.